What's up, Cassie?
Hi, how are you?
Great. Welcome to Corbin.
Well, thank you.
Billy, Tara, how you guys doing?
Howdy.
Cassie is a local girl from Manchester, Kentucky. Why don't you tell people what you're famous for? If people probably don't already know.
I guess it depends on who you ask. But I guess you may know me from season 6 of The Circle on Netflix. I was on that, and then my little TikTok kind of took off, so you may see me on there.
This is definitely a fun podcast for me because I'm a huge reality TV fan, and just TV in general. Billy, did you watch the season 6 of The Circle?
Nope.
Oh my God, Billy!
No, it's not that I don't support you. It's just
Billy doesn't like reality TV.
let me explain something to you, and just so you know, I'm not fibbing. Every single night I sit down. What do I watch?
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
That's it.
Every night. HBO Max. No, I do watch Netflix. I watch Trailer Park Boys.
Honestly, didn't you guys grow up across the river from each other?
Literally,
Yeah,
you didn't even watch me? Oh my God!
Listen, you want to find out who Billy Hubbard is? You ask the Clay County Sheriff's
Check
Office.
jail tracker.
But yeah, I'm familiar with Cassie. Every time she does a festival, we go to her ice cream truck.
Yes.
You remember what I get?
The night.
Yeah, and I get her cotton candy.
And the cotton
Yeah.
candy, yeah.
You don't know much about me, but I'm a business guy. I've started a few companies over the years. Can I give you some unsolicited business advice?
Absolutely, because I need it.
There was such a long line for your food truck that it was interfering with the business of the food truck next to it. And when we walked up, I was like, okay, is this a line? And this little girl goes, well, not really. We just want a picture with Cassie. And then so you were really generous with your time, and people did a selfie, and you're smiling. It's like you need to charge at least an ice cream.
Well, I know
hard?
we've talked about that, but I don't want to be rude and be like, I won't take your picture unless you buy my ice cream.
I mean, you could work on a script that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's not maybe.
Well, won't you do that for me? Because I am new to this. I'm thinking about just letting Nate work it and then me just be outside taking myself.
I have an idea. Why don't you buy one of them Polaroid cameras and have people take your picture with it and then put it in their ice cream cup?
Well, that would be cute
That's
too.
a
That way
really good
they
idea.
have
Yeah.
it. That is a good idea, Billy.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah, I'm a pretty
it's
good
cute,
businessman.
too.
With picture,
Nope.
$3.
You wouldn't even have to charge extra for the ice cream. That's just a fun way of, they want a picture of you and you're selling the ice cream.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'd be worth just a brainstorm session and just be like, okay,
Yeah.
what's a way to
Now-
approach this problem? I'm not joking. There were 12 people just standing in line trying to get to take a picture with you.
I know. And like I said, I don't want to be rude because I appreciate everybody. Picture, no picture, ice cream, no ice cream. And I don't want to be like, no, I'm
See, that
working.
would work for
you
her,
know?
but imagine if I was like me. I was like, guys.
First off, nobody's buying ice cream.
you guys want to buy some ice cream?
That's first off.
Is this roofied?
And I'd be like, is this the kind that won't melt in the sun? He's just selling great value sandwiches. He's marking
It
them.
survives a nuclear
They're
fallout.
handmade. Yeah.
So will you tell the people that didn't watch your season or your show what the premise is?
Okay, so what the circle is, it is like a social experiment, like a popularity contest. So we are all in an apartment, all by yourself.
Okay.
24 hours a day, no TV, no phone, no music, no nothing. There's just a screen, and you chat with each other through the TV. Like you'll say, hey, circle, message Billy, and we'll start talking. But you may not be Billy. Your name may say Billy, your picture, but you could be a 15, well, not 15, underage, but like a 20-year-old cheerleader, and I would have no idea. Like you can catfish people, or you can be yourself, and you block people, you do challenges, and then ultimately the winner wins.
That sounds like the 7
$100,000.
circles of hell.
Just like the real internet.
That sounds
It's
stressful.
literally just like the real internet, because you don't know who you're talking to.
How'd you even get?
Well, it sounds like it was a Dateline
How do you
idea, and they
prepare
went
for
turn it
something?
into
That
a
sounds
show.
like a lot.
Yeah, seriously. How do you prepare for that?
Yeah.
Well, I'm very laid back, go with the flow. I didn't have a strategy, which was probably my downfall. I was just going to go and wing it. I knew I was going in as myself.
Okay.
Because when you're doing your audition, they'll say, are you going as yourself? Or are you going to be a catfish? And I was like, well, I wouldn't know how to be anybody else but me. And they're like, well, that's perfect.
Yeah,
you're
you're not
going
a
to go
psychopath.
in as you. Yeah. So I just went in as myself,
So,
unprepared.
Where do they film it at?
I was in for the first season, or for season 6 was the first time that it was in the United States. It was in Atlanta, Georgia.
It's an Australian show.
It started out in the UK, yeah, and
Oh,
all the
UK.
other seasons.
So let me ask you this: how much crap did you take over your accent?
Well, so my first little interaction was a guy from LA, and he was like, I cannot understand a word you're saying. And I said, well, that's funny because I can't understand you either. You're way too proper. He was like, we're going to need like those subtitles under you when you're talking. I'm like, well,
so
I
we're gonna
don't
watch
figure-
it. We're gonna watch it tonight, and she's gonna be the only one with
Yeah,
subtitles.
literally. So it was a lot of fun. But no, they did. I think that's why I got casted. Because, you know, these reality, well, you don't watch reality. You'll understand.
I
They-
watched
I
Duck
understand.
Dynasty.
Well, that's a little, that's not the same.
I watched Jersey Shore, and I know they found them on MySpace. Like, they
Right.
just straight up went on MySpace and looked up people that have visited the beach.
Right.
And found all those people. And
Well, with a show like this, they try to get one of everybody.
Okay.
Your country girl, your city slicker.
Stereotypes.
your- very much stereotype. And I fit that dumb country blonde girl from Kentucky who had a bunch of kids. You know, like I fell into that.
I would have thought you were catfishing me if I were like from LA.
Well, and people, there was this guy on there, his name was Miles. He was from LA.
Miles.
And he was like,
Michael was on there.
he was like, you're a catfish. And I was like, well, what makes you think that? Like, what have I done? And they, just because of the way I looked on there versus where I said I was from, I got that.
I've got to get a bigger place.
Hello.
Hello, I've got to get a bigger place. I need to sell mine. Do you have anything?
I can buy your house and I can help you find a new one.
Perfect. When can we meet?
Let's meet right now.
I've got friends and family all over Southeast Kentucky. I've had clients all over Southeast Kentucky. We're plugged into the whole area, and it means a lot to be here, and we think that we can help people more than most law firms can. I'm proud that we've had longevity. There's 7 attorneys now in our office, and we've represented people all over Southeast Kentucky for the last 30 years.
I got that a lot.
So what kind of information do you get about the other people while you're playing the game?
You get a bio, like just like a TikTok bio or a Facebook. You'll say like their name, their age, where they're from, and like a little single as a Pringle, or just like a little thing, and you just have to trust it and go with it, or say, nah, that don't sound about right.
I'm going to say it. Role playing chat room, dog. Role playing. That's what I think of as AOL in like the early days of the internet. Where
Right.
It was straight up a picture, somebody saying, I'm this, and that. I think of like Dateline, seriously.
Yes.
I'm thinking of somebody watched Chris Hansen and was like, turn that into a competition to see if we can find the mole. Like find the fake person.
We had a guy one time from Netflix who reached out to us about doing a TV show, and we're still in the works for that. But
Does it matter Hulu?
both.
One of the streaming
It's
services.
whoever offers me the most money.
Yeah.
I've learned that when you get like people from these big TV stations, they're very oriented on what you look like and what you say. And so he said, well, give me the pitch. What's going to be the first episode? So here you go. Here's a pitch on it. I was like, well, there's going to be a big black man in the living room, and we're going to break into this trailer we thought was abandoned and try to rob it. We're going to strip everything out of the wall, and he's going to realize we're there, and he's going to shoot at us. He went, no. No, we can't open like that.
Hard pass. Tara, are you too young to remember chat rooms where you would be like age, sex, location?
I'm not too young for that because whenever
Do you remember
I
that,
got
Cassie?
Yeah,
Whenever
I was in there.
ASL.
Yeah.
I was in there
ASL.
underage, thinking I was so cool.
MSN chat rooms. Is it MSN?
there was
there was.
AOL.
AOL.
I mean, these were like blank chat. These were just chat rooms on a website.
There's a reason that the Dateline stuff went very big.
I
was
didn't really
because-
keep internet till I was like 19.
Well, nowadays, I don't understand how people could still be getting catfish. Can I
Me
just go ahead and
either.
say that?
Yeah, I don't. You can FaceTime now. Like you,
My camera's broken?
Yeah, bull crap. I'm
There's no
calling bull
excuse.
crap. There
Did you
isn't.
watch the show Catfish?
Yes, I loved it because people are
With
so
Neve.
stupid. I'm like, how could you fall for that?
You ever see the people that fall for the celebrity scams? the thing.
They're always on Dr. Phil. Like, I'm married to Post Malone, Tyler
What's up with
Perry's.
Dr. Phil's obsessions with these people? Like, he keeps track on where they are and what they're doing.
He's just like these producers, in my opinion. He sees something that people are going to go, that ain't real, and they're going to tune in.
Yeah.
They're
I feel like
in.
Dr. Phil's like in his room when he's planning his next show. Like, hey, look at that. Look how stupid.
His wife's like, buy my skincare.
Did you always want to do reality television, or were you just you saw an opportunity and got it?
No, I have loved. I remember like my mom going to bed and me like little watching like MTV's The Real World, and I loved it. And I have always loved reality TV, and I was like, one way or another, I'm going to be famous. I don't know how, maybe good or bad, but I am going to be on TV. And I've just always just loved reality. I love people, all different aspects of life and people, and it just is so interesting to me. And no, I've just always wanted to.
So she said,
Be
good or
on
bad.
it.
If she hadn't got the role, she'd have robbed the bank.
Well, whenever you were picking like a reality show, how do you go about, like, how did you find how to even sign up for that?
Okay, so I'm a huge Big Brother fan.
Okay.
But Big
What that is.
Brother,
I watch Big Brother.
I've got 5 kids. I can't be gone for 3 months.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
at the time when
That's
I went
understandable.
to the circle, my youngest, she was 4. So it's like, there's no way. But I had never actually watched the circle. But my best friend, Michael Davidson, who was on The Traders, he had just got back, and he was like, the person that casted me just posted a flyer on Instagram and said they were casting for the show. You should apply. And I was like, well, I ain't never watched it. He was like, so apply and then go watch it. So I made a real short, I mean, it was 30-second. Hi, I'm Cassie. I'm from Kentucky. And like just bullcrapped it. I sent it in. I sent the girl a message. I was like, hey, I introduced myself. Here's my audition tape. Within 5 minutes, I kid you not, within 5 minutes, I get a text. I was like, hey, can you do a phone call? And this is from the circle. And I was like, yeah, absolutely. Keyword, phone call.
Yep.
So I was like, okay. So I'm sitting there, I'm waiting, and then it's a FaceTime. I about died. So that's when I had my long hair at the time. I had it twigged up on my head. I had a Kanye for West president t-shirt on, and I had Nate's boxer underwear that had pizza on it.
You're like strike 1, strike 2, strike 3.
Yeah, and I answered. I said, you told me this was going to be a phone call, not a FaceTime. What are you thinking? And then we just started talking, and then it just all went from there. But when I actually got the call, it was from an LA number. I thought it was a bill collector, so I denied it. I was like, decline, I ain't paying no bill. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, Chase is chasing her.
I always think that's a
and
flip
I
when
was
y'all got
like
Medicaid.
declining. And then he sent a text. He's like, hey, this is Matt from Netflix. Please call me back. And I was like, oh, and I was like, hey, sorry, I thought you was a bill collector. I don't answer. You know,
I don't know if you're digging the hole or if you're like
yeah, but they loved
selling
it.
yourself.
Yeah, and he called, and within like 3 weeks, I was like, we're sending you out. Pack your bags. I was like, all
I
right.
know what she reminds me of.
What?
My name is Earl.
Oh my gosh, I did love that show, but I don't.
You know what I'm talking
Jamie
about?
Presley?
Yeah.
That's a good.
I remember the
a good
man, but
reference.
I don't know. Are you saying I look like that man?
Yeah, yeah. You look like the male lead
You know,
character.
With the
Jason
mustache.
Lee, the
I
professional
look like
skater.
that guy?
I'm not saying that
I don't know.
producer
Here we go.
was doing some tactic when they said phone call, but it was a FaceTime. But that's brilliant.
Yeah.
Because you're going to catch somebody being a psychopath.
Oh, I was totally, like I said, a Kanye for West. My hair was twigged up.
Yeah,
Don't
but
make
like,
it
what if he
where
FaceTime
I'm-
you? You
I
had
got
a
it.
black eye and
Right, true.
yeah, Jamie Presley.
Oh, yeah, I caught
She was the love interest.
Why
in
would
there.
you assume I was going to be?
I don't know.
I've gotten that a lot
Yeah,
because
you remind me a
people
lot of
assume-
Earl. You look like an Earl.
Good looking Earl.
People have said I remind them of Joy because they're like, you seem like somebody that might commit crimes.
See,
Like,
when she
you just
first
got
came
that
on the
personality.
podcast, she got a lot of crap from these people saying her accent was fake. So you'll catch
So
her saying,
I
hate
invited-
that so bad.
I invited them out to dinner with me. I was like, you all want to come over? And they were like, what? And then they see me at Nibrock, the Corbin Festival, and they were
didn't
very
help any.
apologetic.
They
Well,
didn't help
my
any, though.
favorite thing, somebody said my accent was fake. And I was like, you know what? You busted me. You're right. I'm really from Australia and all this. And I had people like here who know me, like at Nibrock or
Yep.
whatever, be like, I got a question. Are you really from Australia? And I'm like, does it sound like I'm from Australia?
It's like we were in preschool together, Meredith.
Yeah, like,
How does that work?
It makes no
So
sense.
I've got to know, what other reality show have you wanted to be? I know mine's. I've always wanted to do wife swap. I've wanted to
Dear
experience
God.
that. That was one of my favorite. I was like, we got to sign up for this. Somebody has to come see our
You and
trailer.
Billy on Wife Swap would break
that
the
would
internet.
be so funny.
Jokes on her. I get along with everybody.
Yeah, he'd be like super cool, unless it was like some insane woman, like some ritzy woman. They'd be like, no beer in the house.
And if you've seen
Oh.
that
I'd
drink it.
divorce you.
Why would I get
for
fired?
her,
Yeah.
Well, I've always wanted to do some type of reality shows, like something. Just give it a
Yeah.
go.
do you have any more you want to check off your list?
I would do all of them. I love it. I love the people. You get to meet
Yeah.
all kinds of people. But if I had to pick, it would obviously be Big Brother, but I would have to wait till my kids got a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
But other than that, I would love to be a housewife. I mean, they just argue and are rich.
another one,
I want to be rich
Operation
and
Repo.
argue.
You don't look like a Survivor type.
Let's
No.
cast her
No.
for lizard lick towing.
Or Operation Repo, if you remember that one. That was
I
That
could
was my
see you on
forte.
Operation Repo like as a special guest.
Could you imagine? I'm here to take your car. And be like, okay.
I like
4'11".
Can I ask the golden question?
Yeah.
Is there a bunch of stage stuff with that particular show? Because like with those reality shows that follow somebody's life, like Big Brother and stuff, they have to script some.
Yeah, they have some certain
Like
milestones and beats they
Drewski's
hit.
doing the Could Have Been House. I love that show. Love Drewski. But I imagine some of it is like planned.
A tad, not
Yeah.
fully scripted, but for instance, there is no
Like
sound.
guided.
Right.
Yeah.
Like when you're sitting there watching it on Netflix, it'll have like the big like when it's the
Yeah, the
circle
noise.
pops up, there's no noise. Like
Oh.
none. So we have to pretend that we heard it. We have to go, oh my gosh, we got
Okay.
an alert or whatever. And then
Wow, I believed you.
right.
You're so good.
I mean, you just fake it till you
Why
make
is
it.
Netflix not paying for a
For
Bluetooth
a sound,
speaker?
I don't know. And it threw me off. And then
Like, just
there's
edit
these,
that.
There's these speakers all throughout the apartment,
Yeah.
and that's where like the producers will talk to you. And I didn't know that, but like
That
they'll
would be a
they'll
frightening experience.
like when
Whoa.
you're chatting, when you're trying to find a response, like you're just talking, and they'll. Well, what if you said this? Or how if you worded it like that? So
Yeah.
it's not scripted, but they do.
Guide you. Like
Guide
they're a
you.
director.
Right.
So I assumed, I was like, they were like, hey, you should message so and so and see
Right.
what
Well,
they're
and
up to.
that's another
Strike
thing.
it up because they're listening in. They
Right.
want to.
On the show, when you're watching it, it makes it look like you can just sit here and be like, hey, circle, message, whoever. And no, it's all timed out. And they'll
Yeah.
say, hey, you're going to be chatting with whoever. You need
Yeah.
to say, hey, circle, message, whoever. So it's not scripted. It's just
Yeah.
planned, I guess you could
How many
Directed.
days did you guys record?
We were there 3 weeks from start to finish. And we started recording day 2 and then stopped recording on day, like, however long 3 weeks is. How long is that? 7, however.
She
times
is
The
from
full
Lake
three-
County.
The full 3 weeks.
27. Right?
But they did give us 1 day off.
What's 3 times 7?
I don't
It's
know.
not
what
27.
It sounds right.
It's 21.
Were
we were
you,
there 21 days.
were you
then.
just stuck in an apartment the entire time?
The whole entire time. But now when you get blocked,
I don't do
you
math for a
move
living.
out of that apartment and they put you in a hotel and they give you Netflix's credit card. I had the best time ever was.
What do you mean they give
Netflix
you
has
Netflix
a
credit?
credit card?
It literally said Netflix on it, and I went to the Target and I racked up. And
What's the limit?
I didn't ask.
The
I just
kids'
swipey, swipey,
Christmas was
swipey.
covered.
Oh my God.
I had the best time. I had
Man, I
crab
wanna
legs
get on the
every
circle.
night. Because that's another thing. When you're in like the circle before you get blocked, you have to cook. I ain't no cook. I eat cereal and a chicken patty
Yeah,
every day.
I don't cook
And
either.
then when they was like, "Well, here you can use it," I was like, "Heck
Is
yeah,
that the secret to clear skin?
yeah, that's the secret to clear skin."
My Magic the Gathering collection would have been up.
I
would
got
no
crab
longer
legs
be in
every
debt.
single night after I got. Oh, spoiler alert! I got blocked, but I ate real good after that.
And block means you were off the show.
Yeah, I got eliminated.
One time,
Yeah,
I
because
did.
Miles.
Yeah, because of that. Don't get
Netflix
me
sounds like the place to go. I did an event one time, and they said there's this barbecue food truck next to the stage. Have at it. And I was like, woo, hell yeah. I am no longer allowed to do that.
You're on a list?
It was
I
at what was it, off-road event?
Yeah. So Rush Off Road had me. I did a thing with Jelly Roll.
We're still
right?
cool with them.
Yeah, they're still cool.
Yeah.
They're cool. They're just like, Billy, no more.
Billy
You are
Hubbard's
never
no
doing that
longer
again.
allowed to have barbecue.
They said I racked up a $600 barbecue barbecue.
Oh my!
Yeah.
How do you eat $600 worth of barbecue?
Well, I didn't know. I was, I had my buddy
He was
with
getting
me.
one of everything with another person.
Yeah, I was
just
like-
be like,
Were you
Yeah.
there
And-
for an hour, 6 hours? Like,
No, so
one day?
where they messed up is they brought me beer. That was a mistake. And you get me drunk, and then you put a barbecue food truck next to me. If you look at any picture where I'm on stage,
there's barbecue sauce on him somewhere. in them
You got the meat
pictures.
sweats.
He's sweet baby Ray's boy.
I had a good time.
Great.
I had a great time.
I know what I'd do if I got Netflix's credit card. I'd have a new car. I'd see if it'd work at a dealership.
Yeah. Well.
Oh,
I would go straight to a car deal. Like,
I wonder if they
car
know
dealership.
She didn't have time to brainstorm it.
I was in this little hotel,
First thought,
and it was
minivan.
next to like a shopping center, and the only thing
So
that
they enticed you.
and it was just Target. We don't have a Target. And I'm
Yep.
like, oh my god, this is like the best thing ever was. So
did you get to keep the card?
no, I had to give it
Did you
back.
take a picture of the front and back?
I didn't take it. Oh, we don't have a phone. You don't have your
Oh.
cell phone.
I'd write it down.
Oh, they keep you kind of sequestered after?
Literally, like
Somebody's
I
gonna listen to
didn't
me.
talk to nobody. Like even like my husband, like they give you like a burner phone, but you're not allowed to like use it. And that was after you got blocked. But when
Okay.
you're in that apartment, there was no nothing. You don't go outside. Luckily, I'm a cigarette smoker, and I was the only cigarette smoker, so they got me some smoke breaks. But if it hadn't been for that, you were in there 24 hours a day.
I'm
You're
surprised
like,
they didn't
listen,
hand you
I've
a
got an
patch.
addiction. I
I
need to
flat
be
out
outside.
told them. I said,
That's
"I
the
smoke
next.
my
That's
cigarettes."
the next show I want to be on. Celebrity
I'm
Rehab.
gonna put myself at that level.
Bring that one back.
Next time a comedy venue hits me up and they're
Please
like,
don't be on that
we
show."
need you to do
Celebrity
a show.
Rehab.
I'm gonna be like, I need an unlimited credit card with the venue's logo on it, and I'm gonna go to Target.
It was so fun. I'm telling you, it was the best day. I was on a high.
I'll never get
of
booked
just-
again.
I'll take my eyeliner pencil. I wrote down the number.
I didn't think about
Been zooming, what are you
that.
doing?
Did you have to
"Nothing."
walk everywhere too? Or
Yeah, I had to walk. I did have to, but I mean, it was in Atlanta, Georgia, and like I said, it was my hotel's right here, and everything was in walking distance. But I did have like my own little like assistant, and who would like bring me food and groceries, so I didn't have to walk to get food if I didn't want to. So you would just bring it.
You had a better time than I did last time I was in Atlanta, Georgia. You remember that? Me and my buddy Dusty Lee. I don't know if you know who that is or not. He's on tour right now with Adam Calhoun. And Adam Calhoun, he's popular guy with the whole. I guess him and Upchurch hate each other. I don't know. But we were watching the UFC fight, the last big one, and we're just sitting there having a good time, drinking a beer. Next thing we know, we hear this loud thump next to us. I look over, this woman has collapsed, just on the floor. And that's not even the weird. The weird part is nobody even
Cared.
It's like she does it
He
all the
didn't
time.
pay her no mind.
He sent me a picture of this woman laid up on the floor and said, "What do I do?"
Well, Billy, did you help her?
Hell no, I ain't touching her.
Well, he didn't know.
I mean, he stepped over her to go to the bathroom.
Billy,
In
Why
his
would he let
mind,
me?
he said, "What if this is like some type of trap thing to like
Or
you know,
theater or something.
yeah, or some
Well, see,
you don't know."
when I told the waitress, I was like, "Hey, ma'am, that lady over there's in the floor." She just went, "Yeah," and took off. I went,
I was like, I said, "This is a common thing."
Noted.
So that's why he said, "What do I do?" And I'm like, "Well, ask them if this is like a normal, like, is this some type of weird thing where they raise up and they're like, got you, stab you, and then take your wallet or something?" I
Or,
don't know.
there's a camera over there.
well, see, eventually
Yeah.
they called the police and an ambulance came and
Yeah.
got her, and still everybody act like they were inconvenienced. that
Yeah,
this-
people were mad.
Yeah.
There's a UFC fight on though, right?
Yeah. But I was like, damn, man. Like, and what made that story funny is it just, the way it happened, it's like she does it, like that's just normal Saturday.
Like they just didn't pay no mind. Like,
Like,
oh, that's just Sally. She does that all the time.
Yeah.
And it really didn't mess Sally's day up too much.
No,
Got right to the hospital, checked out.
that's old unresponsive Renee. She'll
I was
get
sending
back
her
up.
Snapchats the whole time going,
And he's in a borrowed suit, so in between that, I'm getting pictures like of outside, like, you know, front facing camera.
Yeah, so I'm already out of my comfort zone. You know
He was
what
in a
Colt
borrowed
Ford is?
suit.
Well, Dusty Lee's good friends with Colt Ford, and he asked me to drive him up to the funeral. Well, I don't have a suit. I've never owned a
Yeah,
suit.
Colt Ford's dad had passed away. It wasn't Colt Ford's funeral. He
Yeah,
didn't
it was,
specify
it was
that.
his dad. His dad was a
His-
great person.
yeah, his
so.
dad was really
But,
nice.
well, Dusty Lee, I don't know if you know who he is or not, is a very flashy man. He always
Yes.
Got
dresses
the
up-
grills.
Yeah, all
Well, no,
flash.
not grills. I'm talking. This man has probably one color of every
Yes.
every cowboy hat you can, and they're not no cheap cowboy.
So
hats.
he puts me in
He's to
this-
the nines.
$2,000 suit.
It's like Versace.
Two
Yeah.
sizes too big for you, probably.
No, it was me and him's the same size.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm just seeing Billy like, what do I do? Flip a
I was drinking Busch Light out of a cup,
In a
watching this
cups.
woman die in my $2,000 suit, going, I can't wait to go home.
yeah,
He's
whole
calling
time.
Cassie. Come get me.
the whole time.
Yeah,
It
so
cracked me up though.
I tried.
He was like, I want to help her. And I'm like, well, we'll help her. I was up here because my grandma had passed, so I'm helping my family prepare for a funeral.
Yeah, I was nervous though and kind of
It's
drunk.
like
I'd
2
have walked up
a.m.
to
and
her.
I'm like, what?
I was real nervous. I'd have walked up to her and be like, get up. Like, what are you doing
It
down
was
there?
scary for anytime we go out places, like side tangent here. When we go to bars and stuff, I'm like, I have to remind Billy that now in the world we live in, because if a man approaches a woman that's on the ground, she's liable to go, get away from me. I want a woman to help me.
don't
There's
touch
something
me,
weird.
You weirdo.
Yeah, and then we're in court for
Well,
something.
see,
for trying to help.
I have a temper. So if I'd walked up to her and she went, get away, I'd probably like dump my beer on her or something.
Make it worse.
Like, get off my suit with your drunk ass.
Any what's a story that stands out to you about your time on the circle?
Well, you could go back and watch it. I mean, it was a good time, but a terrible time because I'll be honest, I had gassed myself up. I just knew that I was going to win that money and I was going to take all them kids to Disney World, and it was just
She
What
wrote
would you
down
have
the credit
won
card
if you had
number.
won?
$100,000. That's a lot of flipping money.
I have another idea.
I spent $100,000 on the card.
I have another idea. You could have bought all that stuff at the Target, right? And then returned it at the Target in Lexington
And then
with the
got my
receipt.
money back.
And got the money back.
Ah, no, tried that. It goes back to the card it was
Oh,
issued on.
well. But it was all, I just knew that I was going to win. I
Half in
just
cash,
had my
huh?
heart set on winning.
Don't
And
do
then
any of
when
that.
I didn't, I'm just so glad and thankful for editors. I sat on that couch, I kid you not, for 45 minutes, bawling my eyes out like a baby. Because I'm a sore loser. And I thought, well, I've been gone from my kids for
Yep.
what? Like, literally for nothing. So I've got mixed emotions. I had a great experience, but then a terrible
But you gotta look at the
experience.
bright side of what came out of it.
Oh,
You gotta-
absolutely.
yeah, you
Like,
gotta-
I wouldn't trade it for nothing. And here's a little tidbit since you don't watch reality TV. A lot of the times, the people who don't win become the winner.
Yeah.
Like, in the world. You know
Oh,
what
like
I mean?
Morgan Wallen. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
they
feel
win
that.
after.
So
Yeah.
they win. So, no, I didn't win, and I'm not to brag, but if you look at my cast, I've done really
You've
well.
excelled.
I've done good.
I bet the winner don't have their own eyes.
I'm going to ask another reality TV question because you won't think to ask this. Do they have cameras? Like, is there allotted shower time or like bathroom time? Is that shut?
There is a camera in every corner of every room. Like, there's
Even the
scenes.
bathroom?
Yeah, there's scenes of us in the shower. Now, I ain't got no gallbladder. Is this TMI? I ain't got no gallbladder. I poop all the time. And I'm not ashamed of it.
Yeah.
If I have to go, I have to go. And
Is it an emergency when
My
it
dumb
comes
ass
to-
was like,
Oh,
you
it
can't
is
see your
like
gallbladder in the
big.
shower anyway.
like, it is so quick. Like, the cold chills come. I'm like, I gotta go. But afterwards, when we were talking about
Yeah.
situations like using the bathroom, I was like, listen, I had no shame in my game. I would run in there, pull my britches down, and then after I got started, like, oh, yeah, I'm taking a poop. Sorry, you have to,
Unlike me.
mute me on this.
those poor producers?
I wouldn't have muted
for
it.
real. But I don't care. I mean, we all
I'd
poop.
been like,
You
what they
know
gonna
what I
learn
mean?
from this mistake?
Well, I didn't know because a lot of the reality TV shows I've seen, I try to like watch the behind the scenes or like the stuff we know about it now.
Right.
You know, and I want to know things.
Yeah,
Like,
but now there was some scenes with people like in the back, which I've got kids. I wanted to represent myself as, you know what I mean. I
Yeah.
didn't want to be like in the shower having a chat, and then, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But if you wanted to, you could.
you can
It
just
was
go all out.
Yeah, but I did.
Billy, you want to get on this circle?
I'm gonna
show?
watch the show tonight and see what's going on.
What was it like watching it back?
It was a lot of fun watching it back because there is a lot of editing. Like, some facial expressions doesn't really line up
with the timeline.
with the time. And then, like,
Yeah.
for instance, when you all ain't watched it, but you have, I didn't know that Miles was a AI engineer, right? And I got tickled because I said blonde moment. Because, I was trying to catch the AI. And I was like, oh, that's a blonde moment. Well, when you watched it, it looked like I was meaning it in a mean way, but they made me say it like 15 times. And at that point, I was, yeah, blonde moment. You're the AI engineer, can't catch the AI. But I had already laughed about it for like 5 minutes, so they didn't air that part. It was the part where I was already
Yeah.
done and over it. I'd repeated myself 5 times, so it would
You're
come
burnt out.
across that I was being mean.
So do you think 10% of what actually happened made it to the TV, or more or less?
I think 10% is a good number. Because you got to think, we're in there 24 hours. They're filming 24 hours a day. So, I mean, they can't put everything.
And how many contestants are there?
There was 8 or 9, maybe 10 of us.
So that's 24 hours a day between 10
so,
people.
I mean, there's a
is-
lot to go through. So I say 10% actually made it. I say
Yeah.
that's a fair number.
Well, see, you're a very well-spoken lady, and I like everything you do on the internet. So you doing stuff like that makes sense, right? But I want to do 60 days in.
He's been wanting to get
I
on that
wouldn't
show.
make it 5 flipping minutes.
I wouldn't make it through intake.
So
I'd be
I-
crying.
I would be like, oh,
I went to
get me
jail
out
in
of here.
Somerset not too long ago, and I guess everybody thought I was on 60 days in. I was like, no, I had a warrant.
Yeah, people
Like,
never,
I'm really here.
they were asking him, "Are you? Where are the cameras?
Well,
where are the cameras?"
you hadn't even watched like, but you hadn't watched like a lot of it, had you?
See, I've
What?
watched every
60
episode
days
in
in.
I've watched
season.
the
I
first
love it.
I
season.
love it.
See, I got him to watch it after the fact too,
Yeah.
and I was like, "This is what they thought." He went, "What do you mean?" I was like,
There's
"Yeah."
a
I
new
wish.
episode due out anytime too.
I
It's been a
can't
while.
wait. I cannot wait. I love that show.
Yeah, I'm week to week on. That's one of the few shows I'm week to
I know
week
the show I'm gonna be on, the Amish Mafia.
on. So, what kind of doors were open after the show, or did you have to push the doors open yourself?
Well, that's the thing. A lot of people think, oh, you're on this stream, this Netflix, whatever, all these sorts. No. If you want it, you got to go get it.
Yes.
So I set my little phone up. I uploaded my TikToks, and I worked, and then brands started noticing.
Yep.
Talent agencies started noticing. But no, they don't hand you anything. I never got anything from them other than my check for being on the show. You know what I mean? So, no, I had to do it because I'll be honest with you, I expected, oh, I'm going to be on Netflix. They're going to get this for me. I'm going to get that. No, it was the complete opposite. I had to put the work in, and it was not fun. I don't want to work. That's why I wanted to go on Netflix. You know?
People don't understand that type of job either. Like the
They
whole,
said that to you.
Yeah.
Like, oh, what? You don't work. You're just an influencer.
Oh, my God. If you
I would
only
like
knew.
to see somebody do what I do for a week.
Well,
too.
our security guy, who's one of Billy's childhood friends that was with us for filming this past week,
Josh
Yeah,
Robin.
Josh, he all the time wants to do stuff with us. We finally got him to do stuff. He was like, "This is every weekend for you guys." I said, "Sometimes this is every day."
Yeah.
He was like, "Y'all don't clock out, like it never stops." The
Well,
minute
and that's another thing. Like, people don't understand. Like, I'll post my video. Well, guess what? You got to respond to comments.
Yep.
You have to engage with your follower. I like to call them friends. I like to engage with my friends on there. And for me, I do like a lot of brand deals. I've got my agency. They'll pitch me to
they
a
give you
brand.
deadlines.
You've got, well, not only deadlines, but like a script.
Yep.
And I have to record myself and do whatever, send it to them. They have to approve it or not. 9 out of 10 times, well, I need you to do this instead. So I have to do it all over again. It's a whole lot. I'd like to see somebody just watch me for a day and then say, oh, she don't have a real job. That makes me so mad.
I mean, a job's a job. It's how do you spend your day and your time.
Right.
Yeah, we recorded. Billy, we missed the first half of the Kentucky game last weekend because we were filming in a field till 9:30 p.m.
Jumping on
And then they
a-
lost.
And
on
then they
a
lost.
sandbag trampoline. That cracked me up. You don't even know. I looked up and seen you and Billy and just Billy on the ground. I was like,
I can't wait. I can't wait till that. We did a haunted forest
Oh,
walk
God.
last week, and I'm excited for that to come back because that was
which
really,
I
really
want to
fun.
say it was a good haunted.
That
I didn't even know
was
it
good.
existed.
That was surprisingly
What was the
good.
name?
See, I
of
would
it.
never in a million
Sullivan
years.
Haunted Forest.
Yeah.
That's going to be our next project with
Oh
us.
my! Listen, I've had a bunch of kids. We've already talked about poop. I pee on myself all the time. All it takes is one scream. I'd piss my pants. I'd be.
I'm going to
Freddy
take her
Krueger.
to,
Great content.
let's take her to
Absolutely.
Ferriston's.
I hate.
Let's do. I actually got an in. Me and Billy are setting a day to go to Wicked World. So when I was talking about in Lexington, one of my
That's the big one, right? That
I
is
got
like,
2 free passes.
You can keep on CC.
I wish you
ain't
could
going.
do content.
They might let me. I love it. The laser tag
They're
thing.
allowed to like touch you and everything there, right?
Well-
to an extent.
So when I've went, they have like certain days and times they do those.
Yeah, okay.
But the one I went to, I did not know they could grab the laser gun out of your hand in the zombie laser tag. And I've talked to them since then. They don't have as many fog machines because I had to be packed out of there because
Yeah.
I was running around Black Ops style. I'm like, can't,
Can't
and the next
breathe.
thing I know, something grabs my gun and it just pops up, grabs me, and I just.
I'm
gone.
See,
Just so you know how it's like to go to a haunted forest with me, the last one we went to with Barrett, I somehow ended up with a chainsaw in my hand.
Yeah, no, not happening.
He had one like actress on one arm and a chainsaw in the other hand. this girl walked the entire way through. She's like, "Hey, Billy, how are you, Billy?" And
That's what
she's
makes
like,
it even worse. Like, you're going to have the same problem. When you go through a haunted forest, a lot of the actors, they know who you are. So they'll say your name.
Yeah,
and
it's
that.
A lot of people don't know
Yeah.
my real
I don't
name,
like
so
the
I'm
scary,
good.
the scary stuff. I don't like scary stuff.
she was like, "Are you the ringleader?" And Billy's like, "I don't know how to answer that question."
Well, it depends. Okay.
I was like, I don't know. I got off the
They got
tractor.
an
Here I am.
incredible budget for chainsaws at that one though.
Oh, yeah.
I've never. I was like, man, they could pawn these big money. Like if the haunted forest don't turn up a good profit, they've got a
And they
Good
start on
stuff.
one pool.
Well, that
on one pool.
that episode will come out next week,
Well, I
probably
can't
next
wait to see
Tuesday.
that.
So hopefully that puts them on the map. They just started last year and they just didn't have anyone come because no one knows anything about them. It's called Sullivan Haunted Forest. It's on the bypass in Corbin.
I had a good time over there, though.
They
I
had
really did.
animals too. I like
Yeah.
They
that.
had petting zoo. Is
Oh, that's
a little bit
Two
of a mishmash.
emus, not one, two.
ain't them emus mean?
Yep,
I figure.
they got Ralph's chicken. I ain't know. They did not like Ralph's chicken.
So what have you been doing since the circle?
Working, because like I said, I thought after
Yep.
I got on Netflix, I'd be set for life, and that was the farthest thing from the truth. So I literally,
A lot
Oh.
of this stuff is earned, and
It
people don't
is.
realize if you're a really consistent creator, and you know where you sit down and you talk, you know you were probably will go, oh, I got to redo that. That's
100
extra
times
time.
a day.
That is extra time.
And I don't get a day off because I am I want to stay relevant. I want to stay
Yes.
consistent. So I have to post every day. You've got to come up what to post, what you're going to talk about. It's a lot.
and it's organic too.
Yeah, and it has to be because my biggest thing when I'm recording my stuff, always say to myself, what's going to stop me from swiping? When I'm on my TikTok on my phone, when I'm swiping, what stops me?
Yep.
So, like, I try to keep that in mind. I want to be relatable. I want to, you know what I mean? So, I just sit there. What's come from it? Me sitting there at my vanity every day working like a dog. You know, just trying. Because, you know, me and Billy, we're from a small town. No one expects us
Nope.
to go big. And I don't want to accept that. I don't
Nope.
want my kids to accept that. So I want to be, you know, hey, look at her. Look at Billy. They done it. And I can do it too. You know what I mean?
Well, ever since kindergarten, they tell you could be the president of the United
Well,
States.
you get what they call small town mentality,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and they get it in their head that the only thing that matters is what's in your town. So, like if you look at it, when we have a lot of which I would like for a rapper out of Clay County to take
Wouldn't
off.
that be awesome?
That would be nice,
That
but
would be awesome.
I don't see it happening for a while. But when I first started getting popular, the biggest thing which it's a lot of support. You get a lot of support more than you'd expect.
You do.
But there are always the people that work these big hard jobs. I'm not hating on them or nothing, but they don't see what you do as a job,
Right.
So they put it upon themselves to be like, oh, you need a job. This ain't, you're just writing, you're just doing videos and stuff. And I'm like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't understand why they go out of their way to not like that, especially if they're from your hometown. Like, they just hate, like, I've seen people who, when we're walking in public, they'll see me and Tira, and, you know, some people go like, oh, there's the TikTok people, there's the TikTok people. And then you see other people's like, there's a TikTok
I've noticed
couple.
something too because he doesn't pick up on social cues very well.
No.
I'll engage and interact with people in the public, and they think my ears don't work when they get 6 foot behind me,
Right.
and they'll be like, I can't believe that they're famous. Like, why are they famous? And I'm like,
That's
you
brutal.
acted like you know, they mean girl you from
Right.
like Mean Girls where they're like, I love that shirt. That's so ugly.
Yeah.
I can hear.
Well, to answer that question, I have 2 awards in comedy, almost 100 million views, and your mama and your mom and your dad know who I am. So, you know, that's why.
I'm like, do I?
Well, that's what makes me mad, though. It's like, if you really think about it, I'm not really that big of a deal. If you,
Well, that's how I
Yeah.
don't look. I'm familiar. I'm not famous.
yes, exactly. That's the same
Tim
way.
Parks told me that just yesterday, sitting at Pat's. I'm not. He wasn't talking about me, but just in general. Like, I'm not famous. I'm just familiar, and I'm sorry that. Now, this is going to sound mean. I'm not mean. I promise. It's not my fault that I have the confidence to set my phone up and talk to it. You can do it too. You just got to do it. So don't hate
And
me for doing it
not
because you want
everybody's
to.
good
You just
at it.
don't.
Not everybody
Well,
has
that's
the
what my husband
fluidness.
says, is not everybody has it. And I'm like, well, that ain't my fault. Don't
Yeah.
be mad at me because I don't care if I
Well,
thought it or
it's
not. I'm just
all-
going to do
It's
it.
honest, and sometimes
Personality.
honesty hurts.
You have
That's
this
true, too.
outspoken. There's a lot of people I know in Clay County that if they did what we did,
Yeah.
they would never have to work. You know,
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
a lot of people out there like that, and that's with music, that's with comedy, that's with people that like. There's just so much talent out there that just
Well,
doesn't.
There's so many people I've met that are really funny, and
Mm-hmm.
like I had a friend of mine that was so funny, would make me just crack up everything he said, but he was so shy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I was like, why are you like this?
I think for my hometown, our hometown,
That's my
it's
cat.
more so
Oh. I
like
was losing my mind.
close-minded people. Very close. If you're not a doctor, a lawyer, a teacher, work at the prison, then you don't have
Oh, look at
a
that!
real
Look
job.
at that! Sorry about that meowing. That's Whitney in the background. Oh, Whitney's not meowing, but you know.
Right.
All right. I'll call you later, Whitney.
Right. See ya.
Oh,
Let's
sweet.
just
anybody-
imagine Whitney running, going meow.
For anybody wondering if that makes the cut, I have too many cats at my mom's house. I'm also giving away 2 dogs if anybody would like those.
I'm going to start
Two
the
nice
podcast with that.
dogs. Please, I'm not there. Side tangent. There is an animal crisis in Kentucky right now, and
It's everywhere.
it's just terrible.
What kind of hate do you hear a lot?
The biggest hate I get is my accent. They're saying it's
Let
not
me
real.
let me assume something before you tell it. Is most of your hate from women?
100%.
That's
Why is that?
100%.
Billy. When we got together, I had 94,000 followers, and I posted mainly male-oriented content. Like I did car stuff, truck stuff that was comedy that wasn't really geared towards makeup or anything.
That's
And every time it was a woman in
All
the
right.
comments ready to fight me. I'm
let's
like,
let's
why?
take 2 of our biggest. Like let's take your biggest video and my biggest video. You put them next to each other and read the comments.
Mm-hmm.
Most people, if I'm a guy, right, and I post stuff, guys are normally pretty supportive. Men
Yeah.
are very supportive of me.
Yeah.
You know, hell yeah, and all that. But when women do the same thing, guys are pretty supportive of them. It's women that hate them.
It is.
I don't understand that. Why
I
don't y'all
don't
just be
understand
nice?
that
Like,
either because I want you to do good. I want
Yeah.
her to do good, whatever it is. But I'll be honest with you. You know what I done? I filtered my comments because I am very sensitive. I may get on there and act
Oh,
like
I'm not
I've got
that-
all the confidence in the world. I'm human, and I see some stuff, and it does get to me. But there's a little toggle in the settings that you can put on to turn those comments off,
Certain
and it has
words
helped
and
my
everything.
mental health
Yes.
aside because it's
I don't
out of
do
sight,
that.
out of mind. I don't think about it. I continue to be me,
Well-
regardless of what they say. I just don't see it.
Something
well, you
that-
see, that's a good thing though, because you should have high value in yourself because you're a talented person. Me,
well,
I'm just, I'm kind of a piece of crap on the internet, so I don't filter anything. I just let people say whatever
They
they
wash
want.
over you.
I
And
don't
then-
filter mine either, and I've noticed something bizarre, like bizarro effect. Ever since me and him have gotten together, if somebody says something, it's never on TikTok anymore because they know we're together.
Yeah.
They know that he's got a powerful platform, and it's like he kind of has this elusive, like it's still the effect of a man being present that keeps these women from
Right.
saying stuff because they're like, oh God.
Yeah, well, my husband refuses to get on camera, so I don't have that.
Dang it, Nate.
It's just me, myself, and I. And
I
every now
thought
and then
he
one of my
done
kids-
stuff too, because like he looks like y'all look like Ken and Barbie.
Well,
Can
thank
I say
you.
that? Like,
Thank you. He is so handsome, but no, he's backwards. And, well, I don't say back. He's more shy, like camera shy. He's like, I don't see how you do it. You just turn on. I'm like,
This
I
one's
told you I
shy.
was born to be
I'm
on
ex-
camera.
you're shy in public,
I'm
but
very
not
shy.
shy on camera.
Yeah.
Like he'll get on
Well, see,
camera all day.
Nate is the opposite. He's very outgoing. He'd sit
I
here and
wouldn't-
talk forever, but when that camera turns on, why does it go?
I wouldn't
See,
have thought he was shy at
It's
all. 'cause
wild. I can do a show in front of 4,000 people like it's nothing, and then like when I get off stage, I'm like,
He's like, get me to the car.
let's
Like,
go get a burger.
Not even that. Sometimes you're like, give me that hotel room. I gotta lock myself away, and I'm like, I want to go. I'm people all the time.
Yeah, see, I enjoy people, and me and my husband, that's why we started the ice cream. We like people. We
Yeah.
like, being involved in the communities and stuff like that. But now you turn the camera on, you can forget it.
He scurries away.
He shuts down.
It's also a muscle. You like anything, you got to do it all the time and practice and all improve constantly. Are you constantly rewatching your stuff and critiquing?
I did in the beginning. When I first started, it was like, oh my God, my fried hair, I got blonde hair, it's fried to the gore. It's sticking up, or my eyelashes are crooked, or there's lipstick. Now, it is what it is. I don't do that anymore. I about got it down pat to just do it 1 or 2 times, and then if it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. There's always my post tomorrow.
Yep.
I've learned something about creators too. You see a lot of big creators on platforms, and they'll get nothing but like they'll get a lot of hate. But there's these creators. Their name's Brandy and Billy. I don't know if you know who they are, but they're the nicest people They're so when I went up to I think it was Cotton Eye Joe's one time, and they came down specifically to hang out with me, and they were so nice to me. They got me a hotel room and everything, and they're just and like I see all these nasty comments about them. I'm like, man.
One thing I've noticed too, because I've been doing this since the app was created. So there's some people that will be so nice and bubbly and have the best comments, and then you'll meet them and they'll be just sour. Yeah. And I'm like, what is this about? Like, that doesn't help grow. They don't. It's like they don't want anybody to get nowhere near them. Right. Like, when it comes to numbers, I'm like, man, if you're not,
like I said, I want everybody to do good. I want to do good, so I want you to do good. You know what I mean? Because I feel like if I'm like, forget him, that's the reflection on me, and I don't want that to happen to me. You know what I mean? I don't like that. But as far as like hate, I've just learned, and like even criticizing myself, I am who I am. You don't know. Just because you watched my video, that doesn't mean that you know me.
Yeah. Preach, sister. I have the same problem.
So I'll just leave it at that. Come sit down on the couch. Come by my ice cream truck. We'll have a chit chat. Get to know me before you leave your little smart aleck remark on my video.
And if you're going to leave a remark, learn how to spell. I'm so sick of that. How are you going to be literate enough to hate me, but not literate enough to spell what you hate about me? That doesn't make any sense.
But my favorite thing to do, you can go back and watch. Sometimes I'll respond like a video.
I like watching those
with a comment, and those are my favorite because I've learned to not let them know it hurts my feelings. I may cry about it 5 minutes before I record my video, but they're not going to know that. You know what I mean? So I'll like clap back in the most ridiculous where they look so dumb because at the end of the day, that comment was dumb and unnecessary.
Well, at one point, when I got with Billy, the biggest video I had was my car had gotten keyed. Somebody wrote bitch in the side of my car.
Oh my God.
They just scratched it in there. Don't know exactly when, how, where.
Why.
Why. So I got this idea whenever that Dolly Parton Cookies, Pies, and Cake song was going on. I was outside work one morning, and it just struck me. I got an expo marker that I found in my car, and I wrote the baddest, and then says bitch around, and I put that on 3.4 million views.
Yeah.
Then people keyed my car and thought they were going to cost me money to get it repainted. You made me money.
Since we're opening up, I will say there's one comment that got to me one time, and it was about the dumbest thing I've ever thought. I did a video one time about Magic the Gathering when we were playing in the table, and this guy was like, I was playing. I don't know who plays Magic, but I was playing Sauron the Dark Lord, which is, I know I'm out of everybody's realm now, but I was playing my favorite commander deck, and my buddy was playing his favorite commander deck, and it was an elf deck, and someone commented and said, who plays Sauron against an elf deck? And I was like, well.
That's the one that got
really out of all that one?
Oh, yeah, that's the one that got
I would love to have a comment like that.
I was like,
I'd like for somebody to go, that color lipstick with that dress instead of
almost made me go, why don't you bring your commander up here, your elf deck, and see what you got? And I was like, well, I can't be inviting strangers to my house, so I can't be doing that.
I did. I invited that guy on there that commented on this podcast and said, come to my house, have dinner.
Any Magic players out there can say that Sauron the Dark Lord is a great commander to play against any elf deck. I'm just going to throw that out there, and I'll leave it at that.
What about Eldrazi?
No.
No. Foreign language. My bad.
Have you guys seen this phenomenon where other accounts are trying to be famous based on the reaction to your stuff?
I've had a lot. I get tagged in a lot, and then you'll get notified if somebody uses like your sound from like you get notified that somebody. So I've seen a lot of that. I don't pay no mind to it because once again, I want to be rich. Everybody wants to be rich. So if you're gonna use my face, have had it. But I don't know. I've
seen other accounts use Billy's stuff recently.
Yeah,
it's literally it's his whole reel. And it's just like some clip.
Yeah, I've seen that. Or they'll like change the back like a green screen on the background, but it's still me. And I'm like,
or they'll AI
whatever.
filter it.
Yeah,
that's a big thing for us. People tag us all the time in these fake accounts, and we can't do nothing. If you see an account, it's not us. Just report it.
Right.
That's ultimately what the best thing is.
Hang on. I don't mind a channel using my content to get followers and views, as long as they're not taking money from my
But
would-be
they're-
followers or taking money from me, I don't mind.
Well, see, I look at it like this: they're going to get money because for their views, but
Yeah.
guess what? They're going to do? They're going to come try to find the real account to see your
Yeah.
new stuff that you're posting. Is how I look at it. Because there is this one in particular who keeps doing it. I'm like, wow, it's so obvious that that's not you,
Yeah.
that's me. But then people will comment and tag me, so they're automatically
People are knowing.
coming
Yeah.
to
I got
my
a solution
page.
for everybody at work for me. Here's what I did. I did a bit one time that I knew was going to get millions of views, and in the middle of the clip, I paused and I said, if you're watching this and my account don't look like this, and I did a picture of my account,
It's
you're
not
on
Billy
a,
Hope
you're on a
official.
fake profile, and that busted them up. It got their
Yeah.
account and everything taken down because people started mass reporting them.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty proud of
One,
that.
one of them a month will keep the
Yeah.
the AI away.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're out of time. I really appreciate you coming on.
Well, thank you so much.
Billy,
Thank you for
Tara,
having me.
you guys are awesome. So but they're not special anymore, unfortunately, because they're
Yeah.
on every week. But
Regulars.
Yeah,
I
I'm
still
regular.
appreciate
Kind of
you
like
guys.
co-host. I love it.
Definitely co-host.
Well, thank you.
right.
It's been fun.
Good. All right. It's been another episode of the PropertyTales podcast. Thanks for joining us. See you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.
I just wanna.
I've got friends and family all over southeast Kentucky. I've had clients all over southeast Kentucky. We're plugged into the whole area, and it means a lot to be here. And we think that we can help people more than most law firms can. I'm proud that we've had longevity. There's 7 attorneys now in our office, and we've represented people all over southeast Kentucky for the last 30 years.